Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This right here is the base 2024 Lexus GX 550 premium model. And I'm gonna give you guys an outside walk around, an inside tour, and we're gonna find out if the base model is worth $65,000. What do you get standard for that price? Liftgate, standard across the board, and 7-row seating. This is what it looks like with all the seats flat. We'll take out the tonneau cover, which I'll be honest, isn't super easy to put in and out when you actually wanna install it. It's a bit cumbersome, but what do you get with the seats flat? Nice, flat, storage space, this little storage compartment here. Underneath, what do you get here? You know, little equipment, little hidden compartment there, which is nice. Going down over here, you get your 120 volt, 400 watt power inverter, which is really nice. And then I can actually manually, not power, bring up these seats here with headrests, which will show you what they're like when we get inside. But pretty easy, pretty lightweight, and manually bring up the headrests like that. How much space do you have back here? Not much. Probably just enough to fit my backpack. We'll actually do that real quick. I'll take my backpack here, probably stow it like this, and then this should close for me pretty easily. We'll close that up. So with the seats up, not a lot of practicality, but with the seats down, solid storage space. With that, let's hop inside the first row and see what you get standard on this car. Inside the GX 550 Premium, everything here is standard, such as the layout of the dash. Nice snack tray we have over here. Nice soft opening, glove box, very nice. And then this 14-inch touchscreen is standard across the board. It's a very nice system. Has wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in Wi-Fi, integrated AC controls, volume knobs, which is really nice to see. And it's Lexus's latest infotainment system, so it works really well, very intuitive. You have your commands, prompts. So you can say, "Hey Lexus," and it'll reply. You can say wherever you want to do, where you want to go, coffee, whatever you want, it'll reply to you. Down here, you have what I think is really clever, because this one doesn't have a wireless charger. You get this nice little phone stand right there. You can use the lip of the cup holders. You prop that right there, and you get a nice phone stand. I think that's genius. Very nice, kind of quick, easy, in and out with your phone, or you can put it like a cup holder like other people do. Continue down here, you get your 12 volt, nice soft close right there. 2 USB-C ports, one for charging, one for data. And then down here, you just get your drive mode selector, traction control off, and then a tow haul mode right there, because that's standard across the board with your integrated trailer brake control right there. Going down here, you have your gear selector for your 10-speed automatic transmission, and then off-road controls are just your transfer case, and then your center locker. No rear locker available on the standard model. Now here would be a wireless charger if you did equip that. Here it's just a phone shelf or flat shelving space, and then because you don't get the cooling box, you can fit a lot more bottles, but they won't get cold, which is really sad and unfortunate. But that's just kind of what. And okay, maybe okay. There's a limit to how you can fit them, but it eventually fits. Going up top, you get a sunroof, manually closing or opening a sunshade, but this does open up, which is really nice. It doesn't go over, it goes under, which is cool, so you can still mount stuff above, but it will obviously impede on your visibility up there. Aside from that though, really nice system, and then you can tilt that, but manually closing and opening sunshade. As far as your rearview mirror, you don't get power, or you don't get a digital rearview mirror standard, and no sunglass holder, which would have been nice to see. But with it, let's hop onto the driver's side and see what you get from my perspective. Starting with the door panel here, you wouldn't have, this just gets the basic 10-speaker sound system. This is where the 21-speaker Mark Levinson sound system sits. You do get a nice knee pad in place of it, so I'll be honest, it doesn't look out of place, doesn't look like you're missing out on much as far as features go. All your switch gears here, power folding mirrors, standard across the board. So keep that in mind, it's a really nice feature that they included, standard. Aside from that, you have your auto up and down windows, and then your mirror controls. Going down over here, you do not get memory seats. That would be sitting right over here. You don't get that. You just get your dim controls for your 12.3-inch center gauge cluster. You have your park sensor off, power tailgate, and 120 volt AC inverter. You can turn that on with a press of a button. And then going on to the steering wheel, very nice. Standard is, the heated steering wheel is not standard. It's part of the cold weather package, which we'll show you more later as far as those heated ventilated seats and things like that. This one doesn't have that. But the steering wheel has all your controls. Thanks to Lexus Safety Sense 3.0, you get standard adaptive cruise control, which is great. Your paddle shifters over here, and then a heads-up display is an option on this vehicle. It's not standard. So I apologize by saying this is a base model. This is pretty much as base as it gets with just those few options. The heads-up display, cold weather package, was on the tonneau cover that I took out, is all that came with this vehicle. Everything else here you see is base stock from the factory. So let's see what you get in the second row seats. So on the second row seats over here, you do get reclining bench seats. So they recline, look at this is like upright position. This is reclined pretty far back. Really nice headroom and really good leg room sitting behind myself at 5'8". An option you can get is the sunshade. This one does not have it standard. I believe the Lexus TX comes with sunshade standard, which is nice because that's more of a family-oriented vehicle. This one, you do not get it from the factory on the base model. Materials though in here are really nice and premium, not like the Luxury Plus, which we saw in another video, which I'll link here. You do get a nice armrest with cup holders, and then here you have rear climate control. No heated seats on these outboard seats, just USB ports down here. So different configuration compared to a Luxury Plus or an Overtrail. Even down here, you don't get the step or like a little piece of plastic, so you can like kind of step on that if you need to. Let me actually hop out here and show you access to the third row and what that's like. So you just have to hop out here. You could get captain's chairs, so if you want a 6 passenger setup, this one you just single-handedly lift it up. Ethan do the same thing, just boom, boom, very easy. And once you use these steps here, you just hop in the back. And because they're manually operated, you have to take a handle here, lift it up, lock it in place. Same thing here, just boom. It's not power opening like you'd get on the Luxury Plus. And let me fold this flat to see what you get back here as far as leg room. Let me recline it back. They don't slide, so as far as some decent recline, I get some knee room here. Can't really tuck my feet in underneath. Good headroom. You do get USB-C ports back here, which is nice. So 6 USB-C ports total. And then do these recline at all? They're hard to reach. I don't know. I don't think they recline. But I mean, they are useful in a pinch if you need to fit 7 people. Pretty good option, but you won't get a lot of trunk space. So pick people or packages. It's kind of the trade-off. Nice little light over here. You do get vents up here, and then grab handles. I really like to see that on a GX 550. Everyone gets grab handles here. Even if you take a step back, you see them right here for the second row passengers. And then once I'm up here, if I am for some reason trapped, I just get out, lift the lever here. We pull that properly. One hand operation, it just flips and folds out really nicely, and I can hop out just like that. So I like that how these seats work. I like that it's a nice flat load floor with all the seats flat, and then when you get up, it's not too hard to get back in here, to be honest. Especially kids will have an easy time with those steps, and then boom, you can recline that. But let's talk exterior and design and standard features you get on the outside. All right, let's talk about design. The nice thing I feel like across the lineup is no matter how you get your GX configured, you're gonna get the same exterior styling. Nothing significant changes. There are changes, but let's say as far as consistency goes, it's the same matte black front grille, same Lexus logo. This one does not have that 360 surround view camera. So it wasn't on the inside. You don't see it up front here, and there isn't a button for it on the center console. But the headlights are the same across the board, which is nice to see. Now, when you come lower, that's where you'll start to see the differences. You do not get your fog lights that would normally be down here and projecting outwards for additional visibility. And then here you get flat plastic, as opposed to on the Luxury Plus, you would get paint matched. And then on the Overtrail, you'll get an off like a contrasting silver lower part that leads into your skid plate, which with this one does not have. But I do want to point out that no matter what grade level you get, you can get skid plates from the Lexus, like the same ones on the Overtrail. You could put them on this. On top of that, they have around 13 partners for the AAP. It's the Authorized Accessories Partner Program or something like that. I forget the exact acronym for it. But those are companies that make off-road overlanding equipment that are authorized to fit from the dealership onto the GX 550. On top of that, they're going to be given Lexus part numbers, which is important if you care about insurance and things like that. Having a Lexus part number means it's covered by insurance. In case you guys didn't know that, that's a fun fact for you guys. Coming around the side here, you get the nice flared fenders, which look really cool. Painted over fenders here. They're not a matte black like you'd see on the Overtrail. And then down here, pretty simple wheel and tire package. I feel like you're going to pick this if you're going to modify this and do stuff yourself. Pretty simple 20-inch wheel, I believe it is. Sits on a 265/55 R20 tire. It's a nice design, fits the characteristics of the car really nicely. But again, if you want to do something yourself, you can fit up to 33-inch tires on this, no problem. So Coming around the side here, you do get, like I said, power folding mirrors, standard. Integrated turn signal, nice vertical shape, paint match on the front, and blind spot monitoring standard on this right here. You do get a side step, not power folding like the Luxury Plus model. Keyless entry and go, keys inside. And then coming around the back here, you get nice black window surrounds, this very nice kink that goes up to the top here, and then your fuel cap, which you open on the inside. We're not gonna do that right now. But wrapping around the back here, you get the nice rear light blade. It goes all the way across here, which is super nice. The Lexus lettering. And then if you look over here, you'll see a little button. Press that, pop this open. Quick, easy access without opening up the power tailgate. Honestly, I really appreciate that they kept that from the previous generation GX. It's nice, but what they didn't have is that swing out door. Instead, you get a power tailgate, which we showed that when that was open. You get a nice rear window wiper, decklet spoiler up here. And let's talk towing. This thing can tow, depending on configuration, up to 9,000 pounds, which is really cool to see. And how can it do that? We gotta talk powertrain. So let's open up the hood. All right, under the hood, across the board, let's talk powertrain here. 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, 349 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, made to a 10-speed quick shifting transmission. It uses the same shift solenoids that were developed for the RC and the LC. So when driving, you'll really feel nice smooth shifts, and then when you're off-roading, you also notice quick shifts when you need them, which is great to see. This is what allows you, this in combination with the box ladder frame, allows great towing capability, great off-road capability, and also with the way they tune the suspension, great Lexus comfortable driving experience. So one thing I do want to point out as I close the hood here is right behind the hood. I mean, these lines are really nice, but they lead into this little cowl over here. And on other models, they are painted. Let's say the Luxury Plus, it is a flat plastic. So I do want to point that out in case you do care about that. I don't see this as a big deal. This is something that doesn't really hinder the look too significantly, but I didn't want to mention that to you guys if you do care exactly what the base model is like. But with that, I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any questions about this vehicle, drop them in the comment section. Do I think the base model is worth $65,000? For what you get tech-wise, capability-wise, and then seating configuration as well as practicality, it is a pretty good value proposition, I will be honest. Do I want to wait for the Land Cruiser and see what that offers and see if you're really losing out on much when you trade from the V6 to the inline 4? Yes, stay tuned for that. But with that, I'm gonna wrap it here. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.